there's a volcano in your sling, slung in an arc big enough to make the degrees sing sign language to deaf angels. Wake the sky up, so you can wake up. Before you grow gills and adapt to the pressure gauge you're being held in, whatever that's towering over you with its gravel knuckles scraping your spine, crack your back up straight and heave your armor downward. You don't need it now. It will never be as courageous as the nerve endings of your own skin. You can take it. This I promise. Split every stitched orifice, Orpheus. Eurydice's death is in every lover's eye, where the iris is the river that is running out of time. Take your hand in the pupil's pulpit. Bring us all back to life. There aren't strings strong enough to hold the notes, so break them till it snaps the vocal cords in your throat. Bring the stone to mortar mache knees. Use it to build a kingdom with no king. If you want to sling rocks at giants, make sure there's a volcano in your sling. When they ask you about the molten mornings, tell them it is where you wake and sleep. Tell them you've only known fire when it burns, and your insides carry the temperature of 100 suns. The scale everyone mentions but never touched. So tell them to touch you. Touch them. Get really close to your own hands. Write about them. Spread them like legs, like antennas, like eyes, so you can find where the cold creeps in and fill every foreclosed house with light to bring the angels home to roost. Rip off the roof of your fear. You don't need it now. Not here. You've got all the answers to the questions you're afraid to ask, and how they tower like giants with their chains at half-mast. Put them to rest. Leave verses so tight you can slice through golden calves. If they are a monument of hard cash, you gotta be the diamond in the rough that never washes the dirt from its cuts. If you want to sling rocks at giants, make sure there's a volcano in your sling. Sling fire, wake the sky up to sing.
All you can do is pray and ask the Lord once again for his help, and to forgive those who persecuted your heart. The drastic change made your soul and spirit man feels like death on the inside of your human anatomy, which is leading to negative stress that is overwhelming and sitting on your heart like 4x4 bricks in pain of all your insanity. While you're suffering with the anger, they're still walking around in the visual appears of peace and in the peace within yourselves that are being lost out into the wilderness, yet they are slowly dying inside too. Forgiveness is a hard thing to do, but it's hard and brave and most challenging thing to do. In contrary of it all, it's the right thing to do. In order to have your inner peace, you have to live your best life now. As we get through this trying episode, strength develop into a transition of a reintervention, overcoming the dry rot soul from hell that tried to keep us consumed with all types of sorrow. But nevertheless, we are here spitting this poetry to bless the nation as a unity.